Hey, I'm Dr. Megan Pickens, and I'm one of your Empower coaches for this podcast. And this is your daily Empower Minute. So, if you know, I just got back from doing a lot of traveling. First, I went to Cartagena, Colombia, and then I got here, stayed home about 5 days, and went right back to Atlanta to attend the Liberating Black Women Conference. Well, I was super excited about it because I have not been in Atlanta for about 15 or 20 years. I had a great time the last time I was there. I was super young, came straight from the club to the airplane, but that's another story. So, anyway, I had plans to do a couple of tourist type things. I wanted to go to the Civil Rights Museum and I wanted to go to the Trap Music Museum. But as it turned out, none of my plans for that day worked out. Not one thing worked out. I tried to go to the Civil Rights Museum, which I had already bought a ticket for, and they closed early that day because of a private event. I did end up getting my money back and getting to go back the next day for free, so that was great. I also tried the Trap Music Museum. I was super excited about that. However, it was a Thursday night, and so the young man that was taking the tickets told me that he thought it would be better if I came on Friday or Saturday, which I didn't have time to do. So that was kind of a wash. So I just really ended up going to eat at this great place in Atlanta and hear some live music. So it was still good. But what the experience reminded me of is how I need to be thankful for some of the things that have not worked out for me. As I look back over my life, especially at my big age, there have been some years of some interesting experiences, to say the least, some things that I just don't even know how we escaped. Anyway, I think about all the nouns that I wanted and thought I needed in my life. You know what a noun is, right? A person, place, or thing. I wanted to be with a certain person, I wanted to be in a specific place, or I wanted something. And sometimes it just did not work out. I'll admit, back then, I was upset and I didn't always handle it as well at the time. But this time, and over the last few years, I've decided to just let things be what they are. You see, sometimes it seems like God keeps things from you that you thought you needed, but in reality, you didn't. And guess what? You don't even know that you don't need it. So I can definitely say that looking back, I can see how some of those people, especially, were not good for me. And the one person that did stick around, despite all the signs, well, they almost did me in. I mean, I almost was taken out. That was a rough time of my life, and I am so thankful to be delivered from who I was then and rebuilding myself. And so that has happened to me recently. And I just decided to say, hey, if God removes this person or they remove themselves, then I'm going to let them be removed because I will not ask or beg anybody to be with me or be in my space because I know in the long term that that probably means that they're not supposed to be there. And so I'm going to let God do what he does. So these days, I roll with the process. I live life, and hey, even if it's messed up, I act like I did it on purpose. Purpose. I rock it like it's on purpose. As my grandmother used to say to me, God takes care of all fools and children, and we've only been children for a short time, so the rest of the time we're probably a fool. And some of us have been a fool at one time. I have to admit it, and I take it and I embrace it because I learned something from it. So it's all right if you're a fool for a short time as long as you get something out of it. Here's my encouragement to you: be thankful for not always getting what you think you want or what you need. Don't be upset about things not working out because sometimes that is divine intervention on your part, a way to cover you, a way to keep you safe. And sometimes you'll even reap the rewards of some of that not working out. So when you look back and you think about it, make sure you're thankful for some of the things you've missed and looking forward to some of the things that are coming to you that are good for you and meant for you. Once again, this has been Dr. Megan Pickens, and this was your Daily Empower Minute.